The other thing I realized too, without wearing my mask, so I took my mask off this morning, and I was like, why do I have sunspots? I'm like, I look so old. It was totally me this morning. I was like, what kind of makeup should I wear now? Well, yeah. So, okay. So let's take a look at this example. So I'm trying to solve for k, and in order to solve for k, what I want to do is I want to take the antiderivative, and then I want to set it equal to 30 to solve for k. So I take my antiderivative of 4x, and I get 2x squared. Take the antiderivative of 1, and I get x. And I'm evaluating this from negative 2 to k. And I'm setting it equal to 30. To solve for k, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in k in for my x's. And then subtract it when I plug in negative 2 in for my x's. So now I'm going to evaluate. So 2k squared plus k minus 8 minus 2 is equal to 30. So I have 2k squared plus k minus 6 is equal to 30. You always have to make 0 on one side. So anytime you have a middle term, like I have a k term, so anytime you have a regular x term, you have to move everything onto one side. So you can't have it equal to 30. It has to be equal to 0. So 2k squared plus k minus 36 is equal to 0. And then we factor. Or if you really wanted to use the quadratic formula, you could. So two numbers that multiply to give me negative 72 that add to give me 1 are positive 9 and negative 8. So 2k squared plus 9k minus 8k minus 36 is equal to 0. And then I factor by grouping. So I factor out a k. I'm left with 2k plus 9 minus 4 2k plus 9. I have a 2k plus 9 in common, so I'm going to factor that out. And I'm left with a k minus 4 is equal to 0. So then k is equal to 4 and negative 9 halves. That one was just a weird one. And so I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that. I'll probably go over another example tomorrow. I don't want to do a whole bunch today because it's Monday and you're tired already. And we lost an hour of sleep. And losing the hour of sleep about killed me. My daughters were still awake at 11:45 last night. Which is not really like the time change thing because they're never awake at 10:45 at night. So. Oh, yeah. So. I'm like, if everybody doesn't stop talking, I'm turning off everything in the house. Internet, everything. Or you can sit here quietly with your internet.